the ship, how big is it? I'm not quite sure, but I can just tell you the capacity, around 50 passengers, including
15 past 50.
50 passengers,
50 passengers.
not including the crew, which I would say around 7 to 10. Yeah, 7 to 10 crews.
And how much does it cost?
It's cheap. It's really cheap. Well, definitely for you, it would be cheap. It's 15 pesos.
15 peso.
Yes.
One way. Really?
Yes. 15 pesos, and that's a 20 to 30 minute ride on the pump boat.
Have you ever encounter any bad experience?
So far, I would say, luckily, no, I guess. I've never been on a pump boat that capsized. I've seen some people who are quite unfortunate, like maybe they fell into the water or stuff like that.
It is just unfortunate.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's unfortunate that they fell in the water. For example, my friend Natalie, she actually fell into the water once, and my brother almost fell into the water. But that's because in the past, do you know the outrigger? The outrigger is a type of a boat, but it's also a part, like a body part of the boat. So imagine if this is the boat, and then there are these long, thick sticks that stick out right here, right? Those are called the outriggers. The long, thick sticks here. And in the past, when you get on the boat will go like this. If this is the port, the boat will park parallel to the port like this. So you have the outrigger here connecting the port and then the boat. And you have to get on the boat by balancing on the outrigger, which is sometimes, like maybe this wide. You're lucky if it is this wide. Sometimes it's smaller like this. Sometimes it's bigger like this.
So you have to jump.
Not that you have to jump, but you have to balance yourself on that outrigger. And there's the, what do you call that? Like the rope, right? That connects to the middle of the boat. And you could also, support your weight on those ropes. But of course, they're flimsy. They're little ropes. So you really have to do a lot of balancing. And if the weather is good, it's fine. Like you could be slow, but you could take your time. But if the weather is bad and the boat is constantly moving on the side of the port because it's being hit by big waves, so you're on the outrigger trying to balance yourself, but at the same time you're like constantly moving all the time because of the big waves. And yeah, there was that one time the weather wasn't so good that my friend Natalie, also she happened not to have her glasses on that unfortunate day. She couldn't see well. She took a misstep and she fell into the water.
Oh, okay. Well, she was not on the boat, but she's
on the outrigger, yeah.
She was going to get off.
Getting on the boat,
Getting on the boat. Oh, really?
Yeah. Often people would fall while trying to cross or trying to balance the outrigger. My younger brother also almost fell into the water while he was on the outrigger. I think that was also a case of bad weather, just big waves, I guess, and you're having a hard time balancing yourself because you're constantly moving. So he took a misstep, but he was able to grab on to the outrigger. Like, yeah, he grabbed onto it and he was able to pull himself back up.
If you're a small kid, it might be very hard to...
Yeah, it happened when he was a kid, though. And especially like women, when you go to school, sometimes there are dress codes that you have to follow, like especially uniforms for women that they need to wear heels, at least like
heels, okay.
Yeah.
It's very hard, I think.
I think so too. So like you have to wear 2 inches heels, but there are some women who take it further than that, right? Like they say they want to look good and they really try to be fashionable, so they wear high heels, like 3 inches, 4 inches heels, and then the weather is bad and the boat is moving constantly and you have to cross the outrigger, which is like this wide. So It's like a challenge, yeah.
And what happens if you fell off
Well,
the
you
boat?
just have to swim back to shore.
Swim back to the shore. Okay.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be so far away, right? Because
Mm.
this
And
is the port, and then this is the boat, and if you fell here, then you'll just try to get back up here.
and do they
Yeah.
change their clothes somewhere
Y-
or?
I guess you'll have to, yeah. I mean, for most cases, if you fell off the water, then you have no choice but to go home because
Go
most
home.
people, if they
Yes.
fall, yeah, they don't have like backup clothes, right?
Mm.
Like they don't plan for that. So,
And their belongings also got wet.
indeed, yeah, indeed. So you have no
So,
choice but to get home. Even if you did bring like backup clothes, it would still get wet anyway.
okay, you are lucky you didn't fall off.
Like at least so far, I've
But
never
you have
felt.
a still future.
I guess so. There's always that possibility. I also have seen people just slide, on the boat because it's slippery, it's raining or something. That's painful to watch. But yeah, there are just, I would say, minor accidents. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there was also one time when the boat was like, if this is the port and then this is the boat, now the boat, when they park, they go like this with the head onto the stairs. So it's much easier. People get off right here on the head of the.
Yeah, yeah, yes.
Yeah, in
If
the
they
past.
land, yes.
Yes, in the past it's the outrigger, which is of course more difficult. But now there have
Okay,
been
they change
cases.
their system a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
they changed their system. So they go like this. If this is the stairs and this is the head of the boat, they try to do it like this.
Okay.
Okay, so that's how they park now. But the problem is there have been some cases these past few days in which the boat already parked maybe for like 5 seconds, and people get up, they stand up from their seats, and then they try to make their way out of the boat, right? And then suddenly the engine goes off. But when the engine goes off, the boat makes one sudden jerk, like this. So it's like right here, the boat jerks off like this, and everyone just falls on their, yeah, because it's
Yeah, I
like
can
a.
imagine how it is. Okay.
I mean, for me, it's okay. I mean, it's a bit embarrassing to fall, I guess, as long as you don't fall into the water. But it's painful to see like old people trying so hard to stand up, and then suddenly the boat moves or jerks off like that. So they fall, and then you feel bad for the old people. Not so much for the young people; they can easily just stand up.